Hey! Hello! How's it going? Welcome back. It's Play Wednesday. Today we are going to play Slay the Princess, where we try to save her. Yes. Not exactly slay her, I suppose. I hope not. But it's a horror game, and it is very popular, it seems. Like it's very overwhelmingly positive according to Steam. So that said, it does say that it is there's some flickering images as well, so if you have some like motion sickness, probably not watch this. But regardless, let's continue on. Also, I have a new sliding keyboard now, so my shoulders are now relaxed, and it's hot. Just remove my jacket. And because I have a new sliding keyboard thingy, it's a bit wonky though, because it's one of those slap-ons? Not slap-ons. Those one of those where you have to attach them to the desk. Surprisingly, it fits to the desks. Well, not quite, because sometimes when you try to close it, it gets dragged on or stuck. But anyway, yeah, our job today is to save the princess. Yes, not slay her. Alright, chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, okay, parallax.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
That's a big responsibility, Mr. Narrator. Oh, that's pretty good. It's not your typical visual novel. Explore the end of the world. What are we talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to be going to end the world is because she's locked up? Okay. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? What kind of character do we want to no. We're gonna be Prince Charming. We're gonna have to save her, whatever it takes. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Oh, that's dark. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la Viva la revolution. Okay,
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Okay. Chill.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Are you sure about
Before
that?
you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Not unless I save
It's
her.
no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Well, the end of the world, what are you talking about? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Good
If
point.
anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
You're a bit of a utilitarian there, Mr. Narrator. Okay, the end of the
I'm
world.
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, but how can a princess locked away in a basement end the
Don't
world?
linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done.
I mean, how do I
All
know
counting on you.
you're not lying?
Look,
Yeah.
you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Okay. Okay, do we get some sort of
Yes,
reward?
but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Touché.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Is that so? Okay. Yeah, look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's a badass you may seem, you think she is, maybe then I'll slay her.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I'm a rational man.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So
I mean,
sure,
we'll see.
Go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
Not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait, there's two of us. Wait, are you the fourth wall?
The interior
And
of
I'm
the
the
cabin is
16th.
almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
Mhm.
Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Very simplistic, very minimalistic. Oh, there's a blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hold on, why is the blade there in the first place? Fine.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Alright, let's do this.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't know.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh,
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
okay. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah.
You walk down the stairs and lock
Sassy.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes. No, no. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Man, why do you sound familiar?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't
Yeah.
you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Ho ho ho.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Okay, so why are you imprisoned?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Wait. If she is imprisoned in the first place, there's no need to kill her, right?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Right.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Give me a second. No, I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay, I'm dropping the blade. Squint at the princess while holding onto the blade. Fine, then I guess we're in
guess we
impasse.
are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Okay,
You stare at the princess, squinting fiercely.
I'm squinting right now.
She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you? You'll
Yes.
have to blink eventually. Just make a choice.
Okay, chill.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. Yeah, that's
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
alright, don't worry.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it is.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Because narrator told me I've been told things I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
But I don't know you.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Okay.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
What are you
Right?
think she's
She
suggesting?
is. I'm sure of it.
Alright, I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
I just did.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster? If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall?
Yeah, that's
Have they
what I
told you
said.
why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you gonna do if if I let you out? Just that I'm inclined to trust them. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information.
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Okay.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Okay.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my
Yeah.
word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
I mean, you can defend yourself and at least prove to me that you're not dangerous.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind
Oh.
trust.
I'm not about blind trust, lady.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Neither, to be
She's
honest.
wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
Okay, risk.
We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less. She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Do you
Again,
have
she
an
offers
actual
no
name?
specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay, but how long have you been down
Too
here?
long.
Oh, probably don't know.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Okay, I'm not about to slay you just yet. Yeah, I'm going to keep you locked away down here at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while we decide.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
How so?
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't,
What are you gonna do
I
about it?
can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay. Well, we don't really know her. We don't really know if she's gonna destroy the world just yet. After the first ending, I suppose. So let's try locking her up.
No, you think
for
this
good.
is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
But that's the
It's a
point.
chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
Exactly.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess, and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip
We'll
these
see about it.
chains. She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Okay. Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed that. Okay, she said slip, right? So she's gonna be a Cthulhu-esque Lovecraftian monster thing.
It's never too late to do the right thing. Now hurry. You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
Uh-oh.
Blood sprays from
Oh,
the cut,
no!
your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
My carotid artery is like... Is that my throat? Die!
Serious?
Oh wait, you meant I die.
The wound in your neck is too much for you to bear. You collapse to the floor
The other
of
way around.
basement, rapidly bleeding out. The princess stands over you with an intense curiosity as you fade away.
Oops.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Is the other way around though? Oh, what's that to do?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Your tone kind of...
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If you
Is
don't
it
remember
now?
what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? And you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't.
Yeah.
And it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Right. I'm pretty sure.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Alright, just lower the volume here a bit. Alright, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did actually happen. Why would I listen to you? Yeah, why would I listen to you? You already lied to me once.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Fair?
We did exactly what you said. Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare, in which case I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened.
Yeah, he's got a point, dude.
But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Alright, boys, so here's what we know. We're definitely gonna die. So, let's try actually saving her this time?
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences.
We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That's too much to think about.
If
But
it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I doubt it though, cause like she was still in chains.
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else.
She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't do that twice. So long as we're careful, we can win this.
There's 3 of us. No, 4 of us now.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
And I with
We
you.
know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright, let's go. Still though, let's try saving her instead.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about
That's
the wall
because
mirror.
there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Uh-oh, he's
There's
blind.
definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
Well, I care
As
about
do
what
I.
I'm like.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Okay, fair point. But let's take the blade
You
first.
take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
But we approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Oh, I didn't see my reflection though.
This really isn't funny. You reach
Oh,
forward
shit.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Let's talk about the hand
It
though.
was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
This whole cobble is different. Yeah.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
So we're not gonna talk about the hand. Okay.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Oh,
revealing
wow.
what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me.
Oh, no.
I've been stuck down here forever.
Oh, no.
I've been stuck down here forever. 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 I've been stuck do
There is something so wrong with that
That-
voice.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like
No.
she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the
Oh.
form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just
True.
wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Not this time, lady.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna stab me.
No, no, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess
Innocent.
trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
Not stabbing distance.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
She has her hands behind her back, bro.
But you know who is armed? You. So stop second guessing yourself and do your job.
Can
But
we?
I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Okay, guys. I don't think we can save her this time. I think we have to do the deed. But what option do we have here? I know you have a knife. Okay, hold on. I think we can still save her. Ish. Do you remember what happened last time? Or I know you have a knife. I know you have a knife, lady.
Knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
That's a bit specific there.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death.
Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Damn it, narrator.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
Okay.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Stabbing implements. Okay, fair. Yeah, what if you're hiding it somewhere else? Like, under your skirt.
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious.
Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
Okay, I'd like to trust you, but you're being too... you're being too suspicious.
So rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down
Birdface?
here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he could tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk.
Your entire world.
And maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, can we just talk things
We
out?
don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
Oh, you sound like a
I
brat.
think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Okay. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you slashed my throat. Look, nobody has to die.
Of course not. At least not now. Because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close.
Bro.
Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored?
Uh-oh.
That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit.
Oh,
In a
shit.
sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Yeah, no shit. Wait, she's like... Maka?
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then
Oh, shit.
slices through her arm.
I think we should run.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace.
Oh, no.
Shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense.
But why do we have a knife?
She's even better at this than she was last time. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Can you not?
And with a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. We can... can we still save her?
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess
Oh,
of curved and
uh-oh.
backward sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
We have
Oh. Voice of the
What's
hunted.
the point of fighting if
Voice
you're
of the
just
bride.
going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
You're such a pessimistic guy.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Second?
This is our
Third.
third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction.
Oh, so this is a parallel universe then.
Right, that's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
Eventually.
What if we never do? So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Yeah, there's only a
Walk through
mirror.
the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I mean, can't you see the whole messed up cabin now? Don't you?
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just
Okay.
move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Well, I care.
You reach forward and
Oh,
place your
wait,
hand on the door to
where's
the
the mirror?
basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes
It's
into
gonna
view,
hurt, bro.
standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Okay, we'll just have to kill her now.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Alright, bros. You can do this one.
Does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
True, we just need to figure out
Nothing bad has come
how.
of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal
shit.
bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood. The empty flesh of her
How does she
arms
have
flopping
two?
at her elbows like torn sleeves.
Oh, is it because
Pain
every time we
matters.
die, she takes her blade and I bet the next time we die, one of her legs is gonna turn into a dagger
She's
or
loose.
sword
And
thingy.
she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yes.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Okay. I feel the buff her chest up a bit. There's no reason we can talk. Okay. Flirt? She has swords for arms. We don't. We're panicking. We're going to fight her, and we're going to have stiff upper lips. She can't hurt us if we don't let her set free. She means by killing us, right? So let's beat her too. Alright, let's do we appeal for authority? Cause she sounds very prideful. Maybe we
She
can
doesn't
appeal.
want to talk and we shouldn't be either.
I mean, who knows?
She's right. I don't think we can talk this out. I think she wants to kill us.
Exactly. I think she established that at some point between stabbing us to death and directly telling us just now that she was going to kill us.
Okay,
You're the one
okay,
who asked
okay.
for ideas. Fine. Talk our way out of this. Maybe that's the answer.
You know, I'm a big fan of winners, and you've got winner written all over you. How about we stop fighting and team up? Look, both of us are stuck here against our will. What if we join forces? Has anyone told you how good you are at stabbing things? Okay, let's do this.
For the love of... The princess stops for a moment, mulling over your deranged proposition.
Nah, not interested.
Oh shit.
And don't take it the wrong way. I think you're neat, but I'm having way too much fun to stop.
Okay, so you are deranged.
We should coil ourselves. She's about to pounce.
We're screwed. Again. I'll see you all when we die.
But before you can finish another thought, the princess closes the distance and dodge. Now.
Dutch.
Fails to hit you.
Yo!
Oh, you're a fast one. That's fun. But I think I can get even faster.
Okay, Mr. Narrator, just stop
I'm
narrating.
going to be quiet for a bit now. Let me know when we die again.
You dodge and parry in an endless repeating pattern. But you can only keep it up so long before making a mistake. The pattern breaks for just long enough. She skewers you.
Ah. Okay, fair.
Ow.
Fair enough. Ow.
Wow. She is absolutely uncompromising, isn't she? I know it seems weird, but if anything, this makes me want her to like us even more.
Do we now?
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Yes, we died.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Chill out,
Stop
bro.
saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
I guess 2 heads, or in this case, 5, are better than 1.
As long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Flawless idea, if you ask me. Such a go-getter attitude.
Come on, show me something new.
Well, so we're fighting her, obviously. She has swords for arms. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires. Okay.
We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
Why?
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Oh.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One
no.
One last time. That's all we need. None of this is working. Think. Think.
Think!
She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Think, boy, think! Mutually assured destruction.
You're on
How many
a
times
boat
is this?
again. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
Why?
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Oh.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
I don't really want to
Try
die there.
Think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Yes, that would be great.
You sure you don't want me to describe the stairs?
No, it's
Or
fine.
this room or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again?
How so?
I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
Okay, now here's my theory. I think we're here. I think we're the ones who are supposed to be with her eternally. To stop her from destroying the world. Is what I think.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Yes, please.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists,
oh, shit.
splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Okay, so now we know her weakness, probably the heart. But she's very sharp. I can tell you that.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine. Yes, behold, the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Which window though?
Looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done.
Wait.
This
All right,
is all
sir.
just a
Chill, guys, chill.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. Oh, Bushido. Bushido? The princess strikes you as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you already You're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Ho ho ho! Your weapons clash again and again, and you hear you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. Oh, an endless building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blades strike free of volition, and your strikes and hers strikes too. Eh! Both strikes are lethal, neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place. It is the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence. As you reach towards the glass, it's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. It's me. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. I thought You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? Oh, what are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
A monster. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
How so?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair enough. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Yeah, are you the one?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay, are you the sword or are you the hands?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Well, sort of. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing,
Oh,
hope
okay.
as I witness you.
Okay, boys, we have to save her this time around.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Yeah.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh, so you're that kind of guy, or god, or entity? Yeah, how many
More
do I have
than
to?
you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Then why do I need to give you perspective though? Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay. And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you were going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Oh, are you the end then? Okay,
She
you
asks
forget.
that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Except I will. Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
We skip. Okay, sadly continue the cabin.
you make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, we are going to save the princess this time around. Without any
The
questions.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
No, Mr.
Her
Narrator.
voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, she
Don't
sounds
let
different.
it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi, just checking in on you.
How
I'm
many
here to
times
save
do I
you.
have to tell you how dangerous letting
Oh,
her
shut up,
captivate
Mr. Narrator.
people
You're the reason why
really sinks
I was
in?
stuck on the loop.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
No
Come
worry, princess.
downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, if there's a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break free.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
Yeah, maybe I can use the dagger.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh shit.
You hear the click of a lock
No!
sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Bitch?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Alright, who was
You
here
make
with
your way
us?
to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's
Who's
a
they,
slight
though?
panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Oh,
before
shit.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or
No.
we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Oh,
you
that's
place
so-
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
That's like the what was that movie? Where the guy gets stuck on a boulder in the Grand Canyon.
Cut into her flesh.
Oh shit.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through
Oh
the bone
my
of her
God.
arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape.
Oh, so the mask is slipping, Mr.
As the
Narrator.
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Bitch?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
Watch me.
No.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back
very
against
quick.
the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Shut up.
The
Resist.
blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
You have
We
to.
both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Man, we have pretty bad nails.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
For her sake.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
I don't know. I mean, like,
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
no.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
I mean, we have to, because you know, well, at least I know what's going to happen
Oh,
next.
that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
The damsel. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her. Oh,
Okay,
don't
no.
you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Yes. Wait, there's four of us? Smitten, narrator, me, and Hero.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay, let's assume that you're telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why would I? Yeah, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
Yeah.
It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled.
Is that
They
so
must be
good, sir?
expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Yep.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Yeah, let's do this.
The interior of the
Oh.
cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
The hero
Or at least
sees!
it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Oh, there's one of
There
us.
was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Right, we enter the basement. We don't need the knife.
The door to the basement
Oh, it's
creaks
very
open,
classy.
revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice is somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Oh shit, it's narrator. Don't worry, I can handle this
Walk
myself.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
How's the
There's
basement
heavy
having a
chain
window with...
around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Wouldn't come
you
back?
Hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yes, I have.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by crime.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Yes, I will
Damned the
do
whole
by
world.
right.
But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Oh, wait a
Hold
minute.
on,
Now
if
this
we
reminds me of
actually
Mirai Nikki.
ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never
Yes,
saw
we
the
will.
world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Okay. What happened
You
after I
died.
died?
And now we're talking.
Okay. Yeah, it was the
Her
narrator's
version of
fault.
me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She's so sweet.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Alright, let's rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
Yeah, but we didn't
Even if
experience
you
it though.
wanted to unleash
Did
her
we?
onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains.
Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
I'm not sure I follow.
Me too.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
Neither, I
think I'd rather
suppose.
believe in facts.
Yeah, me too, hero.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Empiricists.
One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we
Narrator.
courageously step forward
Courageously.
and free our beloved from her binding.
Free her, our beloved.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yeah.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Uncle. Yeah, our dearest.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
Oh, that's very loose then.
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Ah.
Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. Well,
Let
what
me
we want to do-
guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love with his heart.
Mr. Narrator is,
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Yeah.
Gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay. Yeah, I just want to leave and we'll figure out the rest
That
later.
sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
Exactly.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Oh, you're so...
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Alright, Uncle.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
No, not really.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Same. Okay. Do you think we can open it? I think we can open it if we try to... I think I've got this. Alright. I think I've got this.
Okay. Yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and... the lock clicks.
Voila!
The door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and... The blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No, you're not doing. I'm not
This,
doing that.
aren't you? You're taking
I am,
every
yeah.
opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
A happy ending at last.
At last.
We did it. What should we do now?
But it's kind of unsettling that you don't know what to do. It's like you have no will.
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No. What?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh shit. No! But you do get a chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
don't worry, guys. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. I've grown. Ah.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Oh, it's a continuation. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have
As
you
a
changed?
child, the same as an infant, I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Oh, what does it feel like to change? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if it's an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. Yeah, you've been so
Why
kind.
wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Fair. What do you feel about me? How many more vessels do I need? How many
If
vessels do
I
I need?
am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will
Okay.
have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
No worries. I will save you. You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse. Yeah.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Yeah, what you
Gifts
want me?
aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Okay, that is true.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
What she says is true, guys. So, though you do have to be very thoughtful of the gifts that you give. Otherwise, you pretty much offend the other person. Alright, I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Alright,
We will meet again.
everything goes dark and I die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that, you're here to slay her. Don't
okay.
mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go through with this.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, so what we're gonna do here is just, we're gonna take a blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, got me, I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Don't worry, princess. I'll save you this time around. Yeah, what's
She
your name?
hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
There's people out there. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No. You're planning
Don't
to end
just
the world.
tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here?
Yeah.
But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Oh,
Just how long has she been down here?
yeah, exactly.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Yeah, I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Yeah, but capable is very different from actually doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
This time I
Whoever
will
sent
trust
to
you.
Slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Yes.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
No, I will
I'm
bother.
guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
She is.
I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Yes.
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here, princess.
You have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Yeah, if there isn't a key.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
Yeah, Mr. Narrator. Let's go back.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Just for you, I suppose.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work
Oh
of it.
wow, she's so...
Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yes.
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Oh. Less
Her face
suffering.
remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It will be. The prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here to slay her. If you don't...
Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now.
By tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't
Skeptic.
trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm
Yes.
inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Don't worry about it. Let's assume tell the truth. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is less a
Oh.
cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the bed. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But there was a mirror a second ago,
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Alright, take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs.
What
and
the
lock
hell? That's a
eyes
lot
with
of
the
chains
princess.
now.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Otherwise, how do we like
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If
free
anything,
her?
it'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Yeah,
That's
no
reasonable.
worries.
We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. I don't know what happened after I died. What happened after I died?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Made by whom?
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
So you're
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us?
exactly.
All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Mhm.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Okay, Batman. I think
The
we're
more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information.
we need to continue,
For the sake
Batman.
of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Alright. The other chain on the wall. Who's it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm just going to leave you here. Oh, what would you have
Let
me
me borrow
do?
that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So,
That is true.
what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound
Keyword
great.
might.
What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Okay, you're able to ask intentions earlier. What do you mean by that? That other chain on the wall. I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have much reason to distrust you. In case you forgot it. I can cut you out. I'm not giving you. Okay, I'm just. Okay, Alright, give her the knife. I'm trusting on you on this one. This is blind trust now, lady.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Help me out there, skeptical guy. Batman.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, already tried to take over, buddy. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
No
She
worries.
pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say
Jesus
another word.
Christ, don't do
She
that.
cuts into her own neck. No. You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every gruesome beat.
Jesus.
The splitting
Why'd you
of
have to
skin,
do that?
The wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds.
And then, finally, you hear a snatch and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that.
This is worse than watching. And yet our eyes are still closed.
But I don't want to see it. Because YouTube.
Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now.
No.
What did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Yes.
Are you sure she's not winking at us?
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
Yeah, she
You
did.
don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward.
But what if I
Stop
don't
reading
want the
into
reward?
things. The danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
Exactly.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Oh, let's take the princess with us.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Yeah.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Oh, so this is the wrong play. Okay. But you don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Don't worry. It's going to be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Don't worry, hero.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's at the end, whatever. So they're going to be. I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. I'll trust you.
Don't worry about it.
Feels too good to be true.
case it's a reflection. Always makes them leave, but you need to see what's going on. Oh, what have I become? I've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. I thought I was growing though. You are at the cabin approach.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
I mean, it doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change it? Yeah,
It
doesn't that
changes
make it
me.
worse?
But it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse?
Kinda.
Do you resent me?
No, not necessarily, but like, I have no opinion. But I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it. Makes me like you more. I don't know what. No, not really. It all seems this as soon as
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
I'm still planning to kill you once we're done here. You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, do you know what happens? Yeah, have you figured it
The
out?
desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care? How many more vessels do I need to bring? I don't want to go back. I just want to stay here. Alright, what do you think of this vessel?
One is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
I don't know, she was kind of witty. I kind of liked her. But anyways. Well, not witty, not exactly that smart. She you know, did the thing. But alright, I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
That said, I have to go for now. Oh wait, what happens if I turn around?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. But mom. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin. I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll stay here. Maybe I won't. I guess I'll see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Yeah.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
We're pretty much stuck in the loop.
Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, I'm going to the cabin. Sheesh.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Fortunately, she's only a princess, whereas you are a valiant and we can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess.
Alright, so I have to go now. Some stuff to do. But yeah, it was fun playing this game. And I suppose I will playing this off stream. And you have to buy this game if you want to know the rest of the storylines. In any case, maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll try playing this game to save her somehow. Like, there has to be a way to save her, right? Maybe we'll stream this on Friday. Yeah. And see to it that we go to save her in a more deathly way. That said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys pretty soon. Bye. Maybe I'll play one round of this. And see.